Good evening. I'm Dr. Fred Rouse, the Real Money Doctor, and it's currently, where are we at here? Tuesday, just a couple minutes after 7 on the 16th of June. And I want to do today's daily recap of events that affect the way you get, protect, and enjoy your money, your life, and your retirement. The thought for today is to-do list in the trash, and I'll get to that in just a few minutes. But again, we start every day with the current number of COVID cases just so we can see what's going on because COVID is the big thing that's been affecting the entire country and most of the world since January at least. Some parts of the world started in December, but from January. Anyway, right now, the current COVID cases in the U.S. are 2,130,000 COVID cases. That's basically 23,000 more than yesterday. The deaths right now are at 116,000. That's another 697 since yesterday. New York State still has the number one spot with the number one most confirmed cases, 384,000 cases right now. That's about 2,800 more since yesterday. So these numbers keep going up. The deaths right now in New York State are at 30,882. That's an increase of 233 from yesterday. The numbers seem to be going up for New York State. I don't know exactly why, but they are going up. They were down considerably before. And New Jersey still has the second highest number of cases, 167,000 cases. And that's currently another 323 cases more than yesterday. That case count seems to be going up also. The deaths in New Jersey now stand at 12,792. 84 people died overnight in New Jersey from COVID. California has a number 3 spot. Illinois is number 4. Massachusetts gets the number 5 spot. Pennsylvania is where I'm at, is number 6. Texas is number 7. Florida is then moved up to 8 this week. Michigan is number 9, and Maryland rounds out the top 10 with the highest number of cases diagnosed. Now, obviously, the rates in New Jersey and New York have been slowing down. That's a good thing from where they were a month or two ago. However, they're still going not anywhere near as slow as they would like. People are still dying. And the rates of infections and the deaths are still going in other parts of the country, specifically in the South and the West. And places that have reopened have already started to shut down a little bit because of the spikes they're having. And who the hell knows what's going to happen in Tulsa this weekend with the president's rally on Sunday, the 20th, I believe. It's a lot of people on top of one another. And in order to get in there, you basically had to sign a waiver saying you're not going to sue the venue or the committee should you get COVID from them. So that was an interesting outcome there. Now, this is happening even as all 50 states have reopened to some degree or other. Everybody's open in some way, shape, or form. Now, the chances for a vaccine for widespread use before the year are really, really slim. And I've been mentioning, for a while now, almost every day since I started doing this, that there is no treatment. Well, that all changes today because, surprisingly, a cheap, widely used steroid called dexamethasone has become the first drug clinically shown to be able to actually save lives among COVID-19 patients in what some scientists said is a major breakthrough in the pandemic. Now, the trial results were announced on Tuesday. And they showed that dexamethasone, which is an old-time steroid, been around for years, been used to reduce inflammation in other diseases such as arthritis, and it actually reduced death rates almost by a third among the most severely ill COVID patients. So it's not for everybody, but if you're severely ill, this has been working out nicely. They just released this on Tuesday. I don't know why I didn't get it until today, but today is Tuesday. I'm right on top of things. The days keep going right past me. My apologies. The results suggest that the drug should be immediately become the standard care in patients with severe cases of the disease. And the researchers said that the trials in Britain, their health minister said that the state-run health services, the standard hospital treatment now for COVID would include the drug from Tuesday afternoon, adding that Britain had stockpiled 200,000 courses of the treatment. This is a trial result that shows that if patients who have COVID and are on ventilators or are on oxygen are given dexamethasone, it will save lives, and it will do so at a remarkably low cost. Okay, this is according to Martin Landry, Oxford University professor, co-leading the trial known as recovery trial. That's what they're calling it, recovery trial. It's going to be very hard for any drug, really, to replace this, given that for less than 50 pounds, again, it's English, it's about $63, $64 US, okay, treat 8 patients and save a life. That's what he said in an online briefing. His co-leading investigator, Peter Hornby, said that dexamethasone was the only drug that's so far shown to reduce mortality, and it actually reduces significantly. Okay, it's a major breakthrough, is what he said. Dexamethasone is inexpensive, it's on the shelf, it can be used immediately to save lives worldwide. There are currently no other approved treatments or vaccines for COVID, and the disease has really killed more than 431,000 patients globally. Okay. England's chief medical officer, Chris Whitney, said on Tuesday that most important trial for the result of COVID so far, adding it will save lives around the world. Okay, the recovery, and that's what it's called again, recovery trial, compared outcomes of around 2,100 patients who were randomly assigned to steroid with those of around 4,300 patients who did not. The results suggest that one death would be prevented by the treatment with dexamethasone for around every 8 people that are on ventilators. Landry said and one death would be prevented among 25 COVID patients that received the drug and are on oxygen. Now, among patients with COVID who did not require our respiratory support, there was no benefit from the treatment with dexamethasone. So, again, this doesn't treat casual cases or light cases, but if you're severely ill, you're on a ventilator, okay, and or you're receiving oxygen, this is going to have a major effect on you, a major effect. The survival benefit is clear and large in those patients who are sick enough to require oxygen treatment. So dexamethasone should now become standard of care for those patients, is what Hornby said. The recovery trial was launched in April as a randomized clinical trial study to test COVID patients, including low-dose dexamethasone and the malaria drug hydroxychloroquine. The hydroxychloroquine arm of the study was halted earlier this month after Hornby and Landry said the results showed it was actually useless in treating COVID patients. So, again, another study that used hydroxychloroquine and pretty much said that it was worthless. But however, that steroid, okay, it's been around for years, and it's dirt cheap in relation to the cost of any other drug. Okay, if you're severely ill, this is good news. This is really good news. This is the first time that there's actually been something that can treat the disease. Everything else has just been supportive care. This can actually treat the disease to some degree. This is interesting. Now, you already know that if you're 50 plus, you have almost any pre-existing health condition, you're at increased risk for contracting COVID. And if you get it, you're also at an increased risk at that point for your age bracket to be more severe than if you were younger. So what that looks like, the first confirmed treatment, that this is really hot stuff. It really is. The fact that the drug is so cheap is also amazingly good news. Now, at 50 plus, you're probably already getting the idea that life is short and you need to make the most of it, while you're still here and while you're healthy enough to do it. So how we spend our time is of increasing concern as we get older. However, for most people, they're still working and trying to squeeze in a little bit of life in between work and the needed recovery time for work. Okay. The problem that life just continues and it gets in the way. There's always seems to be more things to do than there is time. Which brings me to the thought for today is, your to-do list in the trash? There is an entire industry built around time management and productivity. And by the time you're 50 plus, chances are that you've run across more than several daily planners. And basically advanced to-do lists. They started, years ago with the daily pocket planners, okay, and a company called Daytimers. They used to send out a box every year. You order a box and they send you a box of planners, and they have one planner a month, and you pull it out for the month and they give you a cover. It was very cute. Okay. There are hard copy planners like that. Okay. And now there's electronic planners. Okay. They're for your desktop, for your tablet, and your smartphone, along with some online versions. All they end up being is basically glorified to-do lists. And if you don't get it done today, you just move it over to the next day. And it goes that way day after day, month after month. And your to-do list ends up looking like a book. Okay. And it starts to get very, very depressing. If you didn't have a to-do list, would you feel better? Especially since you seldom get everything done on the list to begin with. They only seem to cause you pain, don't they? Why? Because it reminds you of all the stuff that you aren't doing and probably haven't done in a while. And the more they go on and get transferred from day to day, the chance of ever getting done really drop down by a lot. Now, either most to-do lists are just written procrastinations of what could feel like reminders for the rest of your inadequacy. Is it really what you want? Here, all we do are things that we list them, and we want to do these things. We think we should do these things, but we don't have a realistic plan in order to get anything done. We just put them on the list. And we go down the list and we seem to pick out something, go halfway, get halfway done, and then we stop that and start something else. And at the end of the day, the list is still there. And you probably go to bed and you're just tortured by them. Just one more time, one more thing's on the list every day. And so what's the alternative, you might ask? There are actually two. First, to accomplish more, do less. It's an amazing thing. Seems really odd. First time I heard it's really off the wall. To accomplish more, do less. If you get more focused on the one or two critical things that absolutely need to get done, okay, once you do, okay, the urgent but non-critical things will drop off by themselves. And you see that every day. You get inundated by urgent things. A text message, a phone call. Okay, the damn phone is beeping at you. Okay, somebody wants your attention for something. And at the end of the day, the important things that you wanted to do, they didn't get done. You were busy with all the urgent things that took your attention. Now, what are those one or two critical things, though? Okay, if you just focus on them, the critical things you need to accomplish your weekly goal for every day. Okay, you get one or two critical things that you need to do that day. Okay, the things you need to do that day lead you to accomplish the weekly goal that you need to get done for that week. Okay, then the weekly goals that you need to accomplish, just the one or two of them, are critical items to accomplish what you need to get done for the month. Those one or two critical things you need to do that month are really critical to establishing and accomplishing your long-term goal for the year. Now, the one or two things you need to accomplish for the year, that's actually leads to accomplishing your long-term life goal. Now, the problem comes in right around now that very few people have really defined their life goal. When you do, however, breaking it down to annual, monthly, weekly, and daily tasks is really exceptionally simple. It also clears your mind from a lot of daily aggravations that we all get caught up in when we just look at them at a distance. All these things, they're truly of minor concern to your overall life goals. But you got to establish a life goal first. Once you do, you just break it down. It's not that difficult. But I did say there were two things. I did say two. The second one is very simple also. Maybe a little bit more simple. Don't put it on your to-do list. What are those one or two things? Don't put it on your to-do list. If you really want to get them done, if they're really critical, if they're really important, you want to get them done, put them on your calendar and schedule it. The thing that's scheduled generally gets done with much more and much often more certainty than things just on a to-do list. Try it. You might like it. There's a good chance that you'll be able to really simplify your life and reduce an amazing amount of stress when you have life goals in place and you know that you're making progress to achieving them. Now, the same thing for a retirement situation. Absolutely the same thing. Chances are that your retirement planning got diverted somewhere along the way for a myriad of reasons over the years. And now at 50 plus, you're trying to figure out, how do you get the cash flow you're going to need so you can retire reasonably comfortable? Don't have to be a multimillionaire, but just reasonably comfortable. Only now you have a very, very short window of time to make any difference, and you can't save the traditional 30-year plan, okay, of, putting so much month away every month, because there's absolutely no time for that to work at all. That's what you've been being told for years, but you got diverted along the way. Tons of different things happen in life, and now you're 50 plus, and you're pretty certain that you're not going to be comfortable. You don't have enough money, and your friends and family have already told you that, you're probably going to be working until the day you die. And you actually started to believe them for quite a while. Now, there's still a chance that you can have the ability to go away for a long weekend, decide that you actually like where you're at, stay there for a week or a month, and not have to worry about the job or the money. Okay. If you're listening to me right now, okay, I'm here to tell you it's not too late for you. You can get the skills that you need, okay, that will give you the confidence to know that you don't have to worry about just surviving. You can actually retire in style. Now, I may be able to help you get there. May be able to help you get control back in your life and get the cash flow that you'll actually need to retire in just the next 3 to 5 years and never have to worry about the stock market crashes or working ever again. I can't help everybody. Okay. Again, I'm retired. I want to help, but I can't help everybody. But I may be able to help you. Go to my site, drrousenow.com. There's a 12-minute video there that explains the program. If you're interested, schedule a call. Yes, don't put it on the to-do list. Schedule it. And at least, we can talk and see if I can actually help you or not. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay. You can't buy anything on the call. It tells you that on the page. Okay. The only reason for the call is I just want to see, do you really have a need or not? If you do, can I actually help you or not? And then third, do I think we'd actually be able to work together? So do that. Schedule that. Take a peek at the video. Schedule that. See if it's going to work for you. See if there's any remote chance it'll work for you. I think it will. Now, like and share this video. I'll be posting this later on my YouTube channel, The Real Money Doctor. I'll post that tomorrow, most likely. Like it, share it from there also. I'm Dr. Fred Rouse, The Real Money Doctor. My only goal is to help you to get, protect, and enjoy your money, your life, and your retirement. Now, I appreciate spending some time with you tonight, and I look forward to spending some time with you tomorrow, maybe around 7 o'clock or so. Thank you.